Hello everyone, what's good? What's poppin'? It's your girl Caroline and welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you guys how I achieved this two-part half up half down look. And I don't know about you guys, I've been seeing this style all over my For You page, my Pinterest, my Instagram. It's super trendy. I also ended up adding my little twist to it to give it some drama, and I'm just so obsessed with this look. Like, I get it. I definitely get it. So if you're interested in seeing how I got this look, just want to, chill and spend some time with your girl Caroline, and let's sit back, relax, and get right into today's tutorial.
I mean, shit, honest with you, man. She's a
Bad things, fine as hell, thick as fuck, oh my god, that's my baby, Caroline.
The wig that we're going to be working with today is from Ali Pearl Hair Company. This is their loose deep wave. And first of all, let's get into this packaging. Ali Pearl has really been stepping it up with their packaging game. It was giving luxury unboxing. So here is the wig right out of the box. It did come pre-plucked, which I really liked because you can tell they actually took their time to actually pluck and give you a nice, very natural hairline, not the little bare minimum pre-plucking. However, the knots did not come pre-bleached, so I did have to go in and bleach the knots myself to get that very scalpy on the look. Overall, I can't say I was very impressed out of the box with just the quality of the lace, as well as how thick, not how thick, but how much parting space this was. Like, at first I was like, is this a 13 by 6? You see me here just staring at it like, dang, that's a lot of parting space. And once I saw how much parting space I had, I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to be doing this two-part hairstyle because you need enough space to part it properly. I did go ahead and install this wig gluelessly, so I just did my everyday ebon lace spray meltdown. I have lots of like super detailed, in-depth, step-by-step tutorials, but here's a quick little rundown of what I did exactly. Even though I didn't pluck the hairline, I did kind of like pull out hairs in the front for it to kind of match my natural hairline. I do have a bit of a widow's peak, and I always found that wigs come down too far in the front for my hairline, so I just pulled out what I needed and just aggressively yanked them right out, making sure not to leave any knots behind. I will also mention I got this wig for the first time because I usually get my wigs in a medium. I decided to go ahead and get this in a large just to test how their large fits in Ali Pearl, and I feel like this is definitely big head friendly. I have like a medium to larger than average head size, so if you're looking for a big head friendly wig, just message them personally for a large cap and you'll be good to go. As far as my actual laying down the lace process, I went in and just started cutting off the lace using a brow razor section by section. Whenever I use a brow razor, I'm able to get a more raw, like up and down jagged cut with the lace, which kind of just helps the lace lay a lot more naturally to give that wet lace effect than using scissors, which is going to give like a very blunt, straight across look. To actually lay down the lace, I am using a glueless spray. This is the Ebon Lace Spray. It's kind of like a hairspray. I just spray that underneath the lace, spread it out my fingers, then using a combination of my blow dryer on like a warm setting, not hot, but warm if your blow dryer does a warm setting in between. If not, then go ahead and use the high heat. I just use my rat tail comb to help push and blend everything in. I just kind of do this for each section until voila, the lace is completely laid all around. And this time I chose to go ahead and do some baby hairs. I feel like I've been on the no baby hair train for a minute, but I miss me a little bit of drama with my baby hair. Whenever I'm parting out my baby hairs, I just kind of imagine that I'm drawing a crescent shape, or I don't know how to explain it, like a half semicircle. Yes, I imagine I'm drawing like a little semicircle curved part. I don't want to make it too thick, not too thin. And to help them lay flat and stay in place, and also just get some extra meltage to the lace, I spray that Ebon spray right in between the baby hairs, and I use the same brow razor to help just cut them down. This brow razor is such a great tool when styling. I also use it for layering my hair sometimes. And whenever I'm cutting my baby hairs, I also like to do like a tapered cut. So I do it like the short in the front and it gets longest. So shortest to longest kind of helps give that like feathered look whenever you swoop it in. So my baby hairs, I'm just using some Eco Styler, nothing crazy, to help me swoop them and lay them in place. This is the hair in its full glory. I didn't do anything to it really. I just sprayed it down with some water earlier and brushed the curls out until it looks fully air dried. This hair is 26 inches and 200% density, and it definitely was giving exactly that. Like I feel like it was probably even longer, especially for it being a curly hair. It was very long and went down to my back. I'm 5'3" if you're wondering, just to kind of get a good reference of the length, and it was very nice and full. Now let's get into this two-part half up, half down styling. So I went ahead and put my elastic band on because, you know, it is a glueless install, so I need something to hold down the lace because there's going to be lots of tugging and pulling. Went ahead and pushed all the hair back and ignored these two pieces in the front because at one point I thought I was going to do this style but have these two little curly pieces, but I wasn't feeling it, so they don't end up making it to the final cut. But starting off with the part, just like it is, it's literally two side parts. So I went ahead and kind of drew a side part where I normally like to put my side parts, but I realized I need to put them a little bit closer. I've learned the key is to actually put it right where the two baby hairs, if you're someone who does the little baby hairs in the temple, you want to put it closer to the start of the two baby hairs in the front to get that like aesthetically pleasing diagonal triangle look. Here's a little visual diagram I drew out to kind of explain what I'm saying. This hairstyle kind of goes in a triangle, so I realized it was much better for me to part the hair starting from where my baby hairs were positioned. Having a visual reference really helps. Like I had to go get a Pinterest picture to see exactly what I was doing. I realized so if you need to screenshot this little picture right here when you're trying to recreate this exact hairstyle, I promise you it will help you make it look a lot more aesthetically pleasing. Because honestly, that is where I struggled the most with this hairstyle, was making it look right. And just starting where my baby hairs kind of start in the front, I do a little diagonal line to the back of the frontal, and that is where I part off for the side. And then I go ahead and just push everything to its own little compartment. So the pieces that are going to the middle, I push them all the way straight to the back with the hot comb, and then the pieces for each side, I push them or press them down to the side. I kind of think of it as I'm doing like a low ponytail in a way. You also want to make sure you're really pressing out the roots on both sides and taking your time to really just smoothen everything to get it nice and flat. What helped me to keep everything separate is whenever I would finish pressing out one side, I would slick it back, pull it into like a ponytail to see how it would look in the final look. And once I'm done with it, I'll get a little hair clamp that section off, and then go and smoothen the other section. So at the end, I had like my hair clamped back with 3 different clamps for each part of the hair. Once I got everything looking the way I wanted to look, I go in with a nice thick elastic band and try to get a good grip of all 3 sections and just wrap it around and make a nice little mid-back to low ponytail. I didn't use too many products when it came to this style. It's really about really getting that hot comb to press everything. But for extra smoothing, I did use water at one point because this is curly hair, so water is like your best, easiest styling tool. Now what really makes this style very like noticeable and pop is you go in with some light colored concealer and just draw in those parts, because you can also go ahead and pluck out the hair to really make it shown, but I didn't want to pluck the hair because I just didn't want to pluck the hair, honestly. So going in with some concealer is just a great little cheat sheet. I am drawing a bit on the hair itself because like I said, I didn't want to pluck those hairs in there, but it's not that noticeable. Just go back in with some mascara or like dark colored eyeshadow to clean up everything. Get into it, okay? So here is my final look, and I was really feeling it. Like, it's so cute. I see why this is a trending style. It looks like you did something without having to do too much. Here's a little book of how it looks on the side and the back. Now, this is one way you can go ahead and wear the hair, but I wanted to give it a bit more drama. So what I did was I took that ponytail in the back and just kind of twisted it a little bit, grabbed the claw clip and placed it high, fluffed it out to give this type of Y2K inspired baddie look. I don't know what to call it. And this was my favorite way to wear this hair. Like, I'm so obsessed with this hairstyle. This definitely added the drama to it. I did go in and do a little bit snipping on the ends because they were just like a little scraggly and just, it was looking thin and not really fitting the look. You know, I'm a perfectionist. Every detail counts, but yeah, look at me really feeling myself. Like, this is so cute. I feel like I like this look a lot better with this little claw clip flip going on. If you want to add more drama, go ahead and pull 2 pieces out in the front. Like, it's a look, it's a vibe. I wanted it to be a bit shorter, so I went ahead and just wrapped that ponytail a little bit shorter to give a shorter look on top without having to cut too much hair, because I was not trying to lose the length on it. Here is a look of it at the back, and it's looking socially acceptable. Like, you know how the back of the hairstyle sometimes is questionable, but the back of this was still pretty cute. What do you guys think? Which one looks better? This one with the little fluff on top or the original just slick back? Both are definitely a vibe, and it's funny how just like the smallest change to a style really just like gives it a whole different look. But anyways, so let me give you guys a quick little tea in my opinion on this hair, because how can I show you such lovely hair and not tell you if it's worth your money? So this wig for 26 inches, 2% density HD lace is retailing for $363. And I feel like that is, since inflation, is fair for what you are getting, because this hair is super full and really thick. As well as I'm really more impressed with the construction of this wig, meaning the lace was really nice in actual HD, like it just melts into your hairline. As far as well, the plucking, this pre-plucked, I didn't do anything like you guys saw, and it just like looks professionally did, and the knots are very small. Now to the hair quality, I feel like the hair quality is just like average standard. It's not raw hair. It's not gonna last you 10 years, but it's gonna last you, if you take care of it, at least a year. So I feel like overall I would give it an 8 out of 10. It doesn't shed too much. It does get tangled up, but that's like typical, but nothing like crazy matting. So overall it's pretty good, and I'm more impressed with just like the quality of the wig itself versus the quality of the hair, if that makes sense. And with that said, that's all I have for today's video. I hope to see you guys in another one. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and peace out, Girl Scouts. Goodbye.
I wonder if I died with tears come to her eyes. But nah, you wouldn't understand. I reached my peak, I can't speak. Call my nigga cheek, tell him that my will is weak. I wonder if I died with tears come to her eyes. But nah, you wouldn't understand.